Hello, my name is Gillian and welcome to part 5 of York City Church's retelling of the extraordinary story of Jesus. Whether you would call yourself a Christian or not, we invite you to participate with us in the final events of Jesus' life. Let's listen together to the next part of the story.
While they were eating, he took a loaf of bread, and after blessing it, he broke it, gave it to them, and said, "Take, this is my body." Then he took a cup, and after giving thanks, he gave it to them, and all of them drank from it. He said to them, "This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many. Truly I tell you, I will never again drink of the fruit of the vine, until that day when I drink it new in the kingdom of God."
For many, this year has been one of waiting, of delayed plans and going without. However, I have to admit that I have had more than a little pleasure from seeing other people's lives that seem bigger, brighter, richer, easier and healthier than mine forced to slow down and made that little bit smaller and that little bit harder. I've not missed at all answering my hairdresser's questions about my summer holiday plans, just off to see the family because that's all I can afford, while she describes her all-inclusive package to the Maldives. Or folk who just casually drop into conversation that they ran a 10k race at the weekend, while I had difficulty mustering the energy to do the big shop at Morrison's. No, I've not missed that at all. I'm even feeling a little anxious about society opening up again, and I have an increased realisation that when it does, I will start to be left behind. For some of us, it is as if parts of our lives are under permanent lockdown restrictions, whether that be through financial difficulties, chronic health conditions, or just complicated life circumstances. The world may return to normal, but for some, normal is just not an option. Perhaps that is why the final verse in this reading stuck out for me. It shows Jesus choosing to go without. Here he is on the eve of the epic sacrifice of his very life, promising to his disciples that he won't partake again in the sharing of bread and wine until the new heavens and the new earth. Not only is it that he has to sacrifice his own life, but that he then chooses to sacrifice the very right to celebrate his own sacrifice while actively encouraging others to commemorate it indefinitely. It seems particularly cruel, like being the bridegroom at your own wedding sit-down meal but getting served last, or baking your own birthday cake only to find out your family and friends have consumed it and haven't saved you a slice. I've been wondering why Jesus might have made this decision to delay his gratification. I'm sure there are many wonderful theological reasons, but I like to think that maybe one reason might be so that no one need ever feel left out or left behind ever again. The Bible talks about how in the next life, in the new heavens and the new earth, there will be a great feast to which people from all walks of life will be invited. And I like to imagine it is only when that great and final levelling out of society has taken stage around this massive banquet table, only when every place at the table has been taken, every seat pulled in, every napkin laid on every lap, every glass filled to the brim, it is only then that Jesus will finally lift his cup to his mouth and taste the wine. So whatever it is that you're waiting for and longing for today, whether you are champing at the bit for lockdown restrictions to be lifted, or whether your waiting and your longing goes far beyond lockdown, know that Jesus waits with you. Here is a God who is not unfamiliar with waiting and missing out. But also, here is a God whose greatest desire is to sit down at a table with family and friends and celebrate. And so he not only waits with you, but he waits for you with great anticipation and with great longing. For not even God gets everything he wants exactly when he wants it.